For those of you who are new here, I have been working with women for 14 years. I've hosted retreats all over the world. I've been coaching women all over the world of different socioeconomic groups. Women know all the time. This world is held together by women's repression. This world is held together by women's repression. All women, okay? Take that in. This world is held together by women's repression, okay? Everything every woman fears about coming to her power. So with 14 years of data, so I have 14 years of data of working with women in the dark. So not just therapy and all of this, whatever, dealing in women's shame, dealing in the heart of women, dealing in the secrets of women, okay? All over the world. This world is held together by women's repression, okay? Everything that we fear, which is what we fear is violence. We fear being persecuted, raped, abandoned, harmed, just some kind of harm, and death on some level. Literal death or a deep feeling sense of death while still breathing, okay? We also fear the unlived life. Okay, that's a great motivator as well. The unlived life. You know what I mean when I say that. Our greatest fears, fear of death, the different ways death can happen, persecution, torture, maiming, whether it be through brute violence, okay, rape, machete, gun to the head, whether it's having our children taken from us, whether it is torture, imprisonment. We actually have the power to transmute, convert, alter, all that. We have it. We just choose not to activate it. That is what this is. That is what it is. To actually live in the reality of our power will require such a humbling, true humbling, not this fake religious kind of humbling where I fake humble, but I really am like, I'm better than you, bitch. Nope. True humility. True meekness that would have you descend into the truth, the full truth of who you are. Okay? And really giving your heart and wholeness over to that. Everything that keeps this world together would restore itself. I'm telling you, it is enormous. It feels impossible and insurmountable because of all the loops that I've been talking about here today that keeps women repressed. This world is held in the parties, the Republican and Democratic parties are held in place by women's repression. The fact that we even have nations are held together through women's repression. The fact that a nuclear family exists, the fact that Christianity exists, the fact that all violence as is maintains itself can only maintain themselves due to women's repression. That's the power of women. Patriarchy maintains because women allow it through their repression. This is the power that we are. So to be a woman who knows that, not hope it, not think it, not try to, you know, I really would like to, I think so, not all this loudness at the patriarchy, mad at this and anger at that and fighting this and all, no, To know this experientially, because you have worked with women worldwide and you hear the secrets, you know your own secrets. You have lived in the darkness of yourself. You have sat on the floor. Women have thrown up in front of you, convulsed, returning to the truth of who that. When you have done this and you know this experientially, this whole world is kept together through women's power. See, men see you, men siphoning our energy, yeah, because you refuse to stand in your power. So they're going to come take it. You don't want to use it? Somebody will. Yeah, Christianity gonna use it. The pastor gonna use it by telling you what you want to hear, giving you a little shaking in the church through a Holy Ghost, feeding you just a fraction of what you actually are. Baby, this world is held together through women's repression. Go talk to Satan about it. Go talk to all the demons, the highest and the lowest. This world is held together through women's repression. Go talk to Yeshua, Jesus, God, the light, the dark, the almighty. Go talk to the most hidden crevices of the universe. This is held together through women's repression. You want to talk about cosmic? Or you just love to sit and have spiritual conversations over your tea, under the sun, in your white and your crystals, and talk about we are cosmic beings while living in your repression and shadow. Asia is held together through women's repression. Canada, Kuwait, Africa, Indonesia, the United States, all the oceans, Hawaii, Europe, Antarctica. It's held together by way of women's repression. All of it, all of it, all of it is held together by women's repression. God is held together through women's repression. All the tribes in Africa, the violence, the maiming of women, the cutting away at women's clitoris, and all of the remote towns and villages throughout the world are held together by women's repression. We are the evil that we speak of. The poverty, the millions of children worldwide who go to bed hungry is kept in place by way of women's repression. Colorism, kept in place by way of women's oppression. Being mad that rap has killed the African American community. The welfare has broken the black family, the constructs of that, held together by women's repression. Everything, all of it. Because women who see and know, walking portals, who see and who know, refuse to stand in, activate, move through the evil, the murkiness, the light, the dark, the fullness of herself, to penetrate, to send a clear sword. That is not a fight against, that is not to prove a point, that is not to make something happen. But is so purified through her confrontation of all of herself for the rest of her life, in relationship with other women, relationship with herself, relationship with men, children, the people she interacts with every day. She purifies that thing so that when she speaks, it is known. When she moves, it is known. 4 billion humans are female, 4 billion are male, approximately. When those 4 billion females move in accordance with what they see and what they know, the evil that prevails will no longer prevail. The hates of the world, the catastrophes of the world, the revelations of the world, the cycles, the same old damn cycles of the world will cease. So for me as a leader, looking at the weaknesses in my leadership, the strengths that are asking to come forth in my leadership, the deepening into my heart is actually a call for all women who will choose to do so or not, so that my short sword is sharpened, so that I stand no matter what, and whatever way that looks like, and what I know. And when you do your own work, especially those of you who are called to host retreats and do all kinds of feminine power work, the real kind, the more you work with women, which means the more you work with yourself, because there's no way you can work in the depths of women without working in the depths of yourself. I'm talking about shame, darkness, all the secrets, ridicule, the real kind. The real kind. Okay? The more you do that, the more you'll be invited to strengthen your leadership, your strength, your sword. Because patriarchy ain't going nowhere without women being in power. Christianity, violence against everything we complain about out there is because women keep it in place by their way of being. Don't point to other women and say, well, because they have their turn. They choose just like you choose. They have their path and their reasoning just like you. So I invite you to not be like a woman who DM me and she's like, women don't want to lead. They too busy centering men and trying to, You know, however she explained that with men and be up under men and da. Okay, that's their path. That's their choice. What is yours? Do not compare yourself to what other women are doing. You have to live your life. She has to live hers. You don't know what's going on in that woman's mind at night when she lay down. You don't know what she gonna be thinking and feeling when she's old. You can only be with you and know what you're dealing with.